before we start dancing, okay, you need to psych yourself. You have to be in it. All right. I am an instructor, so then you have to get me. Watch this. Are you ready now? Okay. Say you want me. You can do it. Do you know how to do this one? So, you know this one? Hey, hey, hey. Do you? Baby. Do you know how to do Azonto back in the days? Let me take you back. Hey. It's so simple. Let's go this way. You move. So, let the right go. Hey. Move it up. So these are basic dance. When you have this, you can do a lot of dance moves. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay. So that's it.
But I'm just so surprised because I don't know these are the things you do on my team. All right, but I'm cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's not.
It's so tired.
It is tiring.
Wow, but seriously, twins, I don't know. I'm even trying to catch my breath.
Yes.
It's so exhausted. Okay, I'm feeling exhausted.
It's not because it's been your first time. I think you.
Is that why?
Yes.
No, but I'm surprised watching you.
Have you been training?
I don't dance.
Yeah. So let it be part of
I'm
you.
not a dance person.
You really have to get into dancing.
Like seriously.
It is a full therapy.
All right. Thank you for being on the show. But I
Thank
think
you.
You said there's the fundamentals of dancing.
Yes.
But then, I think I have a few questions to ask you because
Yes.
to me, I don't know that all the things you are doing are the fundamentals of
Yes.
dancing. Someone like me, I can be able to do them, but I will try my possible best to catch.
Okay. So the thing is, dance is not a difficult thing to do.
Okay.
Dance is part of us. Whatever that we do, okay, when we repeat it and make something, I mean, we bring the joy out of it, it becomes a dance move. Or the dance move, that's how it became or how it came about, do you understand? So when you see somebody dancing, the person started from the tutorial and the person added energy to it. So that brings out the niceness of the move.
Wow.
So it's not difficult. I mean, you can do it and just...
Then I had to become a personal coach. I won't lie to you because this will take me like years.
It won't take you.
Anyway, I think we are coming to the show because our time is up.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Nice for having you.
This is a twin, plug twins.
Yeah, the plug twins.
For some of you who will be interested to catch up with him in their studio.
Yeah.
And I think you have to tell them where you're seeing.
All right, so these are plug twins. You can check the plug twins. I mean, .gh on Instagram, Azonto Twins back in the days at the Facebook. We do personal dance training. See you.
Thanks to all our sponsors, especially Super Blast Mosquito Spray. They are distributed by Coscharis Ghana Limited and they are located at Spintex Road, Accra, Ghana. Thank you so much for being part of the show. On the season 1, we witnessed a whole lot of things that happened. We did personality profiling where individuals come to discuss on the challenges regards their career. And that we had someone like Mr. Ibrahim, Crime Check Foundation, and we have Winifred, we have Richard. All these people came to share their experiences on the season 1.
Winifred stressing on a palliative care specialty. Advised that counter drug should not be practiced without doctor's prescription. On her cosmetics career, it was out of necessities because her family has to survive and her husband, a support system. On the personality profiling, Mr. Richard said, "My past inspired my book writing on I Married Her Past. She married my future," shocking as he said. That is my true life stories, and some compromise shouldn't be taken slightly because of its consequences. Truly, love don't cost a thing. Being a woman painter is difficult. I was not just taken serious because I'm a woman. But I won't give up, says Mama Ada. She is a human and have needs. My kids need my help. When Bernice was asked why was the kid not circumcised, the answer will leave you speechless. Abuses comes in many forms, but this type of abuse will make you stereotyped. I'm glad Highly Favored stepped in. All this on the season 1 of the Lilies show.
And back on the show on the season 2, we'll be dealing on It Happened to Me, a true life stories of people, individuals, I can say that, and they're intriguing, you know. Like sometimes life-threatening, they can be worrisome when you listen to their own side of the story. We are back on the studio with the season 2. It's tagged It Happened to Me. It Happened to Me is just a true life stories of individuals on their struggles to life. And it's a life-threatening situation. Some of them have gone through a lot to get to where they are. Some of them, the stories have been so long that they don't know how to come up with it. And we're providing them a platform to share it so that the public can also air their view, see from their own perspective and move on. It's going to be very educative, very interactive. And above all, we're going to give hope to some of our victims. Let's go on commercial break. When we come back, my guest will be here to share our own side of the story.
It's fast. It's deadly insect. It makes the whole family unrest, especially at night. But worry no more, cause the revolutionary Abro Super Blast Mosquito Spray. It travels fast, works fast, and with a very good fragrance, accommodating mild and tender smell. That's Abro Super Blast Insecticide Spray. Distributed by Coast Ghana Limited, Spintex Road, Motorway, Accra, Ghana. Abro, trusted name worldwide.
Back to the set, and our humble guest today is one amazing person we've all known. She's a top model here in Ghana, or will I say Africa, but she's well known here in Ghana. And that goes by name Filivian Ayariga. Filivian, thank you for being on the set today.
Thank you, Lillian.
All right.
I do miss you, Lillian.
How? Charlie, don't sit down and
years?
lie to me.
Oh, come
7
on.
plus.
You know,
7 years plus. 7 years plus.
hello,
Dion,
everybody.
where have you been?
I've been there.
Dion.
Not hiding,
Okay.
but I've been around, observing, looking at things, looking to look younger again, you know, like 12 years old.
That's the best answer, observing. Observing all of us. We are doing well.
Thanks.
All right, Filivian, thank you for coming on the set today. I wasn't expecting, but I had to drag you that distance to be here. But I think it's important that we do this with you.
Yes.
Who is Filivian Ayariga? Maybe you should tell us. Who is Filivian Ayariga?
Filivian Ayariga is a single woman trying her best to be in the modeling entertainment world, fixing it as a career, helping others, giving kids care, helping the elderly and the disabled.
All this
In one.
in one?
Yes.
How do you cope?
Even
then?
I do sell on the streets. On my head, hawking, you know. Biscuits, yes, charcoal.
The truth is that you can be crazy at times. I won't mind
be
you.
real,
I
yeah.
won't mind you because I don't even know when you are serious and when you are real.
I know, a lot. I get that a
um,
lot.
You know, today we are going to have a very deep interactive with you, or going to be in a very serious conversation
Yes.
with you. And that had to do with your experience past 9 years ago, which you have find it difficult sharing. And today we have to bring you here to do this. But then, let me have a little bit of your family background of where is Filivian coming from?
Okay.
which family she came from, or who is her dad, who is her mom, and her siblings, if she have any? Can you just
Oh, that's nice.
kind of?
My dad will love this. I came from a loving family,
Okay,
very supportive, very serious,
okay.
and very justice. And um, I was the only child of my father and mom, and they separated when I was very young. So I'm coming from a broken home. My stepmom took me in, loved me. She had a daughter too. And we grew up to become women. She is beautiful, my sister, my stepsister, and I am beautiful too. She has her own side. We are not so close, but we get along somehow.
Okay. So
Somehow.
somehow.
Yeah, we do.
And
very
your
well.
mom, where is she?
She is in Boligatanga. First of all, I'm from Boligatanga, Upper East Region, Ghana.
All right. So back on your family background, let's listen about your educational side of it.
Well, after GHS, I got pregnant, and my dad was,
After JHS?
yes,
At what age was that?
I was 18. I was in school. I was a lazy student. I like having fun, reading only storybooks, fairy tales. I love fairy tales. So I wasn't able to go further school much. My dad had to keep me in one class for a long time. So that's how I was 18 years old and finished JHS. So at that time, I got pregnant, but I lost the baby.
Wow, that's so young.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at that time for me, but it was okay. My dad was so mad because, of course, after GHS, I was supposed to go back to school, SS, senior high.
When you say your dad was so mad, how?
How can your dad take care of you, be taking care of you in the house or caring for you, and all of a sudden you go get pregnant? You think your dad would be so happy about it?
Definitely he won't be so happy, I won't lie to you, because it's Africa. Parents don't take such things that easy, and you know it.
But he was
All
very
right.
kind. He told me, well, do something. Since you're pregnant, I can't help you. Go to the guy and, let him help you out. And
But
I
I'm
did.
going to cut you short here because I'm coming up with a question that will answer a bit of all this you have explained. How was your bringing up like? How was your bringing? How was it like?
That's tough.
That stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, mom. Sorry, dad. But this is real life. Sometimes we need to speak up to motivate other people.
Sure. That's why we're here.
And I'm
That's
in
why
the
we're
right
here.
position to talk about this. So, yes, it was difficult bringing me up.
How?
When they say Felivian is one stubborn child growing up.
Okay.
I was always hyper, super hyper. I was more than Ninja or Superman or Spider-Man. I was more than them. I wanted to fight in movies. So I was always tough to deal with. So I'd had a hard time growing up, and they punished me a lot. Well, I decided I developed side effects with all these things.
Could this be because your mom was not there with you?
No,
Could it be the reason, or it's just something you grew up
it's just something I grew up with.
with?
It's in a lot of people. We have hyperactive children.
Okay.
I could have been given or taken to the hospital to be taken care of, or
checked what
was
going on.
worrying me, but they were thinking I was just stupid and lazy and good for nothing. I hear that a lot.
From them?
Yes, most of the times. Even though they were very loving family, I'm sure they have been tempered with when they were growing up, because when I did a little background, when I grew up like this, I had to find out why my parents were so hard on me. And then I got to know they had also been tempered with before, been beaten. My psychologist always tell me that before somebody would do something, he or she had been tempered with when he was a child. He was given a severe punishment, and when he grows up or she grows up, she does the same thing
Because she feels she's used to the punishment.
She's just used to it. So she does it to the
So
other
you
person.
mean your stubbornness started at the tender age?
Very tender.
Not because you've grown to
Probably
a certain
in my
age.
mommy's stomach. I was
Stomach.
kicking my mom a lot.
I don't think so. She's not here to answer that part. You can only,
asked my
you
dad.
can only be responsible at the age you know you've grown to be responsible.
So it was a very difficult time growing up. There was even a point at age 13 I wanted to die, kill myself. I had to walk from where I lived to
Like
the beach.
seriously?
Yes. Yes, that's a fact.
And what was the reason for that?
Because they were always criticizing me and telling
Thinking you
me
were good
I
for
was
nothing without
lying.
seeing that there could be something wrong with you.
Yes. And I always take, even if I am right, I always take the blame. Always. I've never said, no, I will stand for myself. I was limited. I never had the self-confidence. I never had self-esteem.
Seriously?
So even if you lie
And they
to
were
me,
not
I
helping
accepted it.
either. They were not helping.
No.
All right,
My dad
Philippian,
only helped me with learning.
and all that and punishments, because that's well. Anyway, Philippian, let's look at your career, because this is African parents for you. I know most of us experience it, but I'm going to come back to that fact where we feel you could be having some issues which they had no idea about. But then let's look at your career as a model that you are. I know you have been part of fashion shows, you have been part of campaigns for models and all that. Tell me, how is it like?
It's a beautiful life if we could see it as a full career.
Okay.
It could lead you to a lot of things, and you, the worker, could support a lot of people. Because when I was growing up, I didn't know what to become. Whenever I see these models on TV, I do like, oh, I wish I was part of them. But I never had the ego or anything to be
That
part of,
enthusiast.
to even go, because I was scared that when I go somewhere, I'll be punished. I was even part of acting, stage acting performance way back. I wanted to do all of that. But as a model, it's a beautiful life, but very hard when there is no jobs. Very difficult, but very interesting because you are part of a model. This is a model. So then we took human being to become models, walking human being, talking. Models don't talk when they're on the runways, but we do the action of walking.
So your walking becomes your talking, and becomes the action, the things that people fall in love,
the clothes that people had to display on a mannequin.
Okay.
So instead of mannequins can't walk. They use human being. And I felt like I have the right figure.
Yeah, I'm coming to that, because this is just a typical figure of a mother.
Be part of it. And I have always cherished, to the extreme of being a nude model, art, naked, performance, photo shoots. I was the first, I don't know the past, but my time, I was the first model to be on nude, to do a nude photo shoot in a magazine. It was
and which magazine was that?
Canon. I can't remember the
See,
year.
in
it would
Africa,
be 2010 or 2000.
Ghanaian magazine.
I think it's Africa, yes. And I'm so proud of it.
While we're still on the show, let's take a look at the documentaries of the past issues regards Dion Philippian Ayariga.
In February 2012, Ghana's top model Philippian Ayariga's name and photos made it against a major news bulletin in the country. But this time around, the news wasn't about her pretty face on brand campaign billboards, neither her strutting runway of biggest fashion show in Africa with her unique catwalk steps. Ghana's top model arrested for boyfriend robbery. Armed robbers model girlfriend arrested. Pregnant armed robbers girlfriend arrested. Etc. are some of the headlines captioned. According to police authority, Rabiu was a dangerous armed robber who has been connected to many robbery incidents in the country, and in some of these cases, lives were lost. For the first time since the incident happened 9 years ago, Philovian is here with us to share her experience on what transpired, how she felt, her pains and regrets, her loss, and above all, her strength to keep living.
Dion,
Yes, Lillian.
you can see that because your story was all over the timeline, was everywhere. But then let's establish the fact about who is Rabiu.
Rabiu is a guy I found as my helper, someone who gave me shelter when I was being torn apart in my parents' home.
What do you mean by torn apart?
When we first talk about
The parent,
My-
the upbringing.
my upbringing, I was being insulted all the time and I couldn't hold it anymore. I was trying to be a good child. And then one day, I had lost a child, 2 months, live with my auntie somewhere to take care of her.
Why were you not staying with your dad?
After birth, well, this because probably is a little bit of stigma to them when you
When you
your
were
child-
pregnant? You got pregnant
a
without
little bit.
being
So I
married.
left the house, went to give birth, child dies. I come back home. They took me, oh, go to see your auntie. She's very sick and I love this auntie very much. So I did go and take care of her. Only to realize she had a serious illness which I could have contacted.
And what was that?
I'm sorry, I can't.
You can't disclose that.
So when I came back home, I asked them questions, but why? Well, my stepmom was on me all the time. You can't do this, you know, you can't fetch water here, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I had to talk back.
Why did she think you contacted the disease?
No.
So why
She has
that?
always been like that. She has always been like I was.
Probably because she think you were that stubborn and she need to be harsh on you.
She took care of me when I was 2 years old. And I'm proud of her. Because it's not easy to take care of a
So you
stubborn
mean your
child.
biological mom left when you were still that
Yes.
young?
My dad took me, got a wife, and she took me on. I'm so proud of her till now. My issue was with her, because I was so bond with her, we are always fighting. She changed my handwriting, which is so difficult for me now. She made me somehow miserable, because she gave me things that I always, whenever I see her as she is my enemy, which she
Then
isn't.
there's no bond if you two, if you
Let's
are,
say
if you're seeing her that way.
I have a sincere love, and
Love for
heart.
her, but she doesn't have for you.
I don't know about that one, but
No, if she does, you wouldn't be saying this. You wouldn't feel you are miserable. You wouldn't feel like she can't push you away.
I came to discover that I also had a child now, and I know how it feels. When you have been tampered in your previous growing up childhood, probably she stayed somewhere because her story was like she did not stay with her parents, so she stayed with someone. And imagine how it is when you stay with someone and somehow someone did not like you. You'll be punished for what you never did. So probably she had that kind of character in her.
Probably will make you start developing some
Yes.
unhealthy.
So I grew
feelings.
up now to love and understand her now.
Why? How do you think? Why do you think you understand her now?
Because I'm a full-grown woman now, and I have children. And I know how my children are. I have one stubborn rat in the house. Even though whatever she did to me, I still loved her. Because I was one stupid good girl.
Okay, so
Very
let's
good
continue
girl.
with the Rabiu issue.
So this is how it happened. Rabiu met me, chased me to give me a number so I could call. He was a very nice soul, very handsome, nice person, to be frank. He was a Muslim. And yes, from Togo.
Oh, Rabiu is from Tuesday, Togolese.
Yes, but he was born here. That's what I heard.
So he's a Ghanaian by birth.
Yes, his parents, family, everybody's from there. And how I met him, he kept following me. At that time, there was no phone.
Okay.
We didn't have phone like now. So he kept following me. My friends laugh at me. Hey, your boyfriend is, they started laughing. He gave me his number, gives me money. I spend the money. I never call. That's how I was. It's so hard for guys to come close to me. I was a Tom girl, always tough, always exercising. I had the energy to do a long training, and I had this muscles. I mean, I was muscular.
But you're not muscular right now?
Yeah, because I'm relaxed.
Okay.
I used to be. Hey, who are you? We fight. I'm that type. So I thought, well, who is this guy? Somehow. So one day I had a little hard conversation with my stepmom, and I had Rabiu's number. And that's how, when I left the house, I did not know where to go and sleep that night, because she made it hard for me that moment. That moment was like a curse to me. Because at 8, 9, 13, I wanted to kill myself. This time there was a guy who could have given me a place to sleep.
Okay.
So I asked a friend of mine, do you know a guy called Rabiu in the area? He's a hiding person. He doesn't show himself. He's always hidden, so nobody knows him.
And I'm sure we'll have more time to have this conversation, especially on your field, mental wellness. For some of you who don't know our social handles, please, you can follow us on our Facebook, Lily's Show, follow us on our Twitter, Lily's Show, follow us on our Instagram, Lily's Show. Thank you, and we are blessed to have you guys.